The vast majority of news in the US is controlled by five huge corporations, and News Voice is fighting back against media monopolies. It's the first ever entirely open, crowdsourced, democratized platform for news. Use the link right underneath this video to download the News Voice app for free. Okay, one of the big criticisms or concerns, or really fake concerns from concern trolls about the Donald Trump impeachment inquiry has been the impeachment inquiry has not been formalized. There's no roadmap to what it is that Nancy Pelosi and Democrats are doing. And as a result, there is no due process afforded to Donald Trump. It's all bogus, but even that talking point is about to fall apart because the House is going to be voting on formalizing the roadmap and the next steps of the Trump impeachment inquiry, which is an increasingly popular impeachment inquiry with the American people, as we've been talking about for the last 3 weeks. We anticipate that this is going to be introduced today. Maybe it's already been introduced or even voted on by the time you watch this clip or listen to today's show. Will they be uniting under the umbrella of harassing Donald Trump? No. Will they officially announce the start of a witch hunt? Give me a break. This is a formal process which will spell out the rights that a president has during an impeachment inquiry. It will spell out the role that Donald Trump's attorneys can play and a bunch of other processes. So what's the real meaning of this? It is to set up a framework so that Trump can't, or at least would look stupid, to continue insisting that this is a constitutionally invalid inquiry, that it's a violation of his due process. Trump has been pulling these stunts for a while now, and of course they're absurd. Impeachment inquiries by the House are constitutionally delineated, never mind valid, but still formally authorizing an inquiry with its guideposts and establishing what due process will look like is a good thing because we live in the United States and this is how we do things. Now, this is going to pressure Republicans to cooperate. It's not going to force them to cooperate. Congressman Ro Khanna, friend of the show, yesterday was saying this will further put pressure on Republicans to just cooperate with the inquiry. They may still be in the same place in 2 weeks, which is ignoring subpoenas for documents. And at that point, we will go back to what is very quickly becoming the most prominent and sort of foremost issue in this impeachment inquiry. Will Democrats at least attempt to enforce their investigative and subpoena power? Or will Republicans and Donald Trump get away with ignoring it all again and again and again? And ultimately, this is going to be another point in the process which will simply be spun by Trumpists. Trumpists are already saying, I saw them on Reddit this morning, why are all these steps and votes being put in place? It seems so forced. And consider the absurdity of this. First, they said, the problem is this thing's not formal enough. It's a wacky witch hunt. There's no limits. It's no holds barred. And now Democrats want to formalize it and put some limits and some structure around it. And those same Trumpists are saying, oh, this is so forced. Votes, delineating exactly this is just too much. It's too forced. This is why we can't listen to them. And this is why Democrats just need to do what they need to do. The point I'm anxiously awaiting are the public hearings, the evidence being released, the day after day tweet storms that no doubt Donald Trump will be going on, the possibility of, imagine Rudy Giuliani testifying, but you need to enforce subpoenas. Yes, Rudy, if you force him to show up, will say, I don't recall to every question. He will say on the advice of counsel, I am invoking my Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination or Fifth Amendment privilege. He will do all of those things. But you still need to enforce subpoenas or this entire thing ends up being just a pathetic waste of time. Don't make it a waste of time. Democrats, please don't make it a waste of time. And let me just readdress this point. A few people, even though I discussed this yesterday, I still got emails from people saying, David, Democrats can try to enforce subpoenas, but still nothing might happen. Okay, well, let's cross that bridge when we come to it. At least try to enforce the subpoenas by every legal and law enforcement means that is available to you. To say you're putting the cart before the horse, it's a big metaphor day. You're putting the cart before the horse to say it doesn't matter if Democrats try to enforce the subpoenas because Republicans will get away with ignoring them anyway. It's different to get away with ignoring them after Democrats have actually tried to enforce the subpoenas than merely to say Republicans got away with ignoring the request and nothing else happened. We are going to be following this. We will see really how this is all structured in the vote that Nancy Pelosi plans to put forward in the House of Representatives very, very soon. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at @dpakman. And while you're on Twitter following me, follow the show at David Pakman Show. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.